said negative things, and
here we are.
Well, we've got to talk
back to the negative.
Back to the negative.
Back to the. You know what? Do this interview with somebody else.
Well, we talked about this yesterday on the phone. This is exactly what we talked about.
Do the interview with somebody else.
Many people thought the skating rink in Central Park was abandoned, but now there is something to cheer about. The Wallman skating rink in Central Park is open again. The city spent nearly 6 years and $12 million trying to fix it, and then to the rescue, developer Donald Trump. As Tracy Egan tells us now, he accomplished in 3.5 months what the city couldn't do in 6 years.
Mayor Koch and Donald Trump shook hands and came out complimenting each other for reopening Wallman Rink.
Donald, you performed a great public service.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The video that I'm putting out tonight, there's a reason behind it. And I hope that anybody that watches the video will stay to the end in order for me to explain why I'm putting this out. Also, as you see in the thumbnail, I'm hoping that you all will be part of the 1 million views to take part in this. So sit back, check out what I have to show you, and then I'll get back to you and let you know what's going on. Here we go.
Number 5. I'll tell you who's mad. Donald Trump. Joy said the guy wears a toque.
He says that it's his own hair. So I believe him because I believe Donald. He's an upstanding American.
Yeah.
But America doesn't believe him. We've gotten, a letter poured in yesterday. Asking, is that really his hair?
Oh, my God.
Okay, you ready? Come in. Let's check it out.
No, it's true. It's real.
It's not very pretty, but it's real.
We are, and which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump. I especially like.
What about of all of them? I mean, Scott
fake
Walker.
Laughter from the audience.
CNN now projects that Donald Trump will carry the state of Wisconsin. He will win Wisconsin with its 10 electoral votes. He's cracked the so-called blue wall that Hillary Clinton had tried to create. Donald Trump wins Wisconsin. Take a look at this. 92% of the vote is in. He's up by 75,000 votes plus 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump, the winner in Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map right now with that win in Wisconsin. Look at how close he is. Right now, he has 257 electoral votes. He needs 13 more, 270, to be elected president of the United States. Hillary Clinton remains at 215. Let's go over to Jake and Dana. He is getting incredibly, incredibly close, Jake.
And
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
News in America this morning, breaking overnight, people filling the streets in America's cities, protesting President-elect Donald Trump.
Crowds set fires, blocked freeways, and gathered at Trump's buildings all across the country.
I think that a lot of people are here mourning. I am terrified.
Racist clown! Donald Trump, you racist clown! Donald Trump, you fascist clown! Donald Trump, you fascist clown!
Election night in America, one of the most consequential elections in recent history. Long lines at polling centers across the country, some voters waiting for hours. Supporters on both sides tonight calling this the most important election of their lifetime.
We are getting to our first big poll closing. NBC News projects that Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky.
To Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. Missouri will go to Donald Trump.
It's clear now that Donald Trump has picked up key support among Hispanic voters, despite all the things that he said.
It's looking harder and harder to see exactly where she can find the votes to get these places over the line. The Democrats, I think, hour by hour, are staring down the barrel of a second Trump presidency.
It's a major projection that Donald Trump will win the state of North Carolina. This is the first of 7 battleground states.
Let me just give you a gut check here about what we are hearing or reporting from the Harris headquarters. And I think the operative word right now is silence, because the Harris team appears to be searching for bright spots in the map.
I think we're getting ready for a call.
I think we are too. Are we?
Fox News can now project that the state of Georgia will go to former President Donald Trump.
I'm just wondering if I can book a hotel in D.C. on Inauguration Day, buddy.
Good evening, Howard. Good evening, HU. So you won't hear from the Vice President tonight?
As soon as he said that, people turned on their heels and they were out of here. The evening was getting increasingly somber as people realized what this map is looking like.
We have a major projection. CNN projects that Donald Trump will win the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is a huge, huge achievement for Donald Trump.
The Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th President of the United States.
I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
As the governor announced they were going to try to cancel this Whitefish energy contract on Sunday, we were in the offices of Angel Figueroa Jaramillo. He is the head of UTIR, the Electrical Workers Union in Puerto Rico. We were asking him about Elon Musk's proposal to make Puerto Rico a model of sustainable energy. I asked him how to rebuild the devastated grid, if it's possible in a more sustainable way, and whether solar power has to mean privatization.
Primero, la complejidad del sistema eléctrico de Puerto Rico, un sistema totalmente.
First, the complexity of the electrical system of Puerto Rico. It's a totally isolated system. A system with a large amount of demand poses a major challenge in terms of looking at the possibility of solar power for powering the whole country. It's very complex. It requires many studies, a lot of analysis, many evaluations.
Evaluaciones, lo cual el pueblo de Puerto Rico no puede esperar en este momento.
And the people of Puerto Rico can't wait for all that right now. Now, that doesn't mean that Puerto Rico doesn't have to look very seriously at the possibility of the transformation towards solar power.
La transformación que la UTIER cree es la más propia para energías solares son las.
Nonetheless, the transformation that UTIER believes is most appropriate are for solar communities. The communities themselves should appropriate that system. It's not that we will become a commodity for renewable solar energy.
Are you interested in meeting with Tesla, Elon Musk, or his representatives to figure out what a solar solution or a sustainable solution would be for Puerto Rico?
Claro, claro que sí, claro que sí.
Yes, of course, yes. We have to meet and search for alternatives to transform the country. This doesn't mean that we're in favor of this becoming privatized. I believe that we have to meet and have a dialogue. We have to search for alternatives. But we are very clear, all the alternatives have to be owned by the community.
Weeks after Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, the island is still mostly without power. Now, Elon Musk thinks he can help rebuild Puerto Rico's electrical grid, and the island's top official seems interested. In a tweet Thursday, Musk said Tesla could switch the island's electrical grid over to solar energy if Puerto Rico wanted. The governor tweeted back, "Let's talk." Tesla subsidiary SolarCity already has a few projects like this on smaller islands. The island of Tau in American Samoa is powered almost entirely by solar energy and batteries from the company. And the Hawaiian island of Kauai partnered with SolarCity to provide 5% of the island's power, reducing CO2 pollution by about 466,000 metric tons in a lifetime. Most of the cost of these programs was absorbed by government bodies or Tesla itself. It's likely that Puerto Rico would need to find a similar agreement. The island's debt is around $70 billion, and it now has hurricane recovery to deal with too.
Hey Patriots, I hope you guys are still with me. I just want to read something real quick, and then we'll get back to the video. It says here, this was put out August 14th of 2023. Elon Musk has confirmed that Tesla and SpaceX Starlink are doing their best to help Hawaii as it recovers from devastating wildfires. Photos shared on social media suggest that Starlink kits are being deployed on the island to provide free internet to those affected by the Maui catastrophe. Musk posted about the efforts on Twitter, noting that several of his companies are doing their best to help Hawaii. Later post from Starlink's official X account noted that more than 650 satellite internet kits have been shipped to over 40 organizations that are helping recovery efforts on the island. Let's continue with the video. Here we go.
Steve Kornacki, I just have to jump in. And you've been predicting this. We've been waiting for it. And we do have some breaking news from the decision desk. NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Okay, day one, here we go. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are in the streets tonight, pretty spontaneously and organically protesting the election of Donald Trump. So few people expected the election of Donald Trump. I can't say there's any evidence that large-scale protests were planned in advance.
Signed an order creating the Department of Government Efficiency and put a man named Elon Musk in charge. Thank you, Elon, for doing it.
This morning, tech billionaire and Doge leader Elon Musk is now facing new questions about his efforts to shrink the size of the government. This comes as he is preparing to attend the first meeting of President Trump's cabinet. That's actually happening as we speak. Doge claims to have terminated nearly 2,300 federal contracts across federal departments. Republicans say progress is being made, while Democrats are now pouncing.
In Congress, we are pushing our Republican colleagues to stand up. Instead of advise and consent, they're acquiescing and accepting. And they need to stand up on these tariffs, stand up on the way these employees are being handled.
His name is Elon Musk. He saved free speech. He created so many different great things. Where is he? Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire. And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot.
Tesla being targeted again, this time in Hamilton. Upwards of 80 vehicles vandalized. It comes after similar incidents in places like Montreal, also in the U.S. and Europe. CTV's Heather Wright joins us with more. Heather, about this is all really about CEO Elon Musk and his ties to Donald Trump.
Well, and Todd, police aren't making that direct connection yet, but they do say they are aware of similar incidents happening right around the world. And we really have seen that increase ever since the company CEO Elon Musk took such a prominent role in Donald Trump's government, from Montreal to Oregon, Las Vegas. There have been these incidents of vandalism, arson, even shots fired at a Tesla dealership with the word resist written on the outside. In Montreal, paint was splattered on a dealership this week in the city's West End, and an environmental group has taken responsibility for that. They're calling on people to stand up, speak out for what they're calling Musk destroying democracies and spreading climate denial. Now, here's what police had to say about this incident in Hamilton, Ontario earlier this week when those 80 vehicles were vandalized. Here's what they had to say.
Damages include scratches to the fenders, the hoods, and punctured tires. I think everybody understands the climate in the world right now. There's nothing to suggest that this is motivated by that at this moment. It's under investigation.
And so, again, Hamilton police are asking people to come forward if they have any information about that incident. Meanwhile, in Vancouver, the Vancouver Auto Show has asked Tesla not to show up because they are worried in part that they might be a distraction. This all, of course, coming as Elon Musk has been very supportive in Donald Trump's threats to annex Canada, writing Canada is, quote, not a real country.
Not true. And this shows, again, the American people do not trust Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is incompetent in his position. And how do we know? Because they fired tens of thousands of people, it was challenged in court. The court said the people have to go back, and now the people are coming back. He's incompetent, he's a thief, he's a Nazi, and people don't trust him.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot. I put this video together, and I hope that a lot of you are still with me on this, okay? A lot of you may think that the video that I put out may be like anti-Trump and Elon, and many of you may look at the video and be like, you know what, no, he's pointing out facts that are true that go in favor of Trump and Elon. And if you pick that part of the video, you're absolutely fucking right. Absolutely, because I tell you what, the shit that you saw, I've been at this video. Today is Saturday. I'll tell you right now, it is March 22nd on Saturday. I left work early. I got home. I worked on the better part of this video for like 5 hours just to have it fucking deleted. So I had to restart it again. So there's a lot of things I left out, but all the editing I did, it wasn't just little bits and pieces of, you know what, let me take this little bit of the video and try to make the Democrats and liberals and whatever look bad. No, it was actually really big parts of videos that if I have to put it all together, I might as well put an encyclopedia of video together that will probably take about a month for you guys to watch. But that's neither here nor there. I put stuff together that I thought that, you know what, is going to pertain to what happened to me yesterday. Okay? That's why you got my thumbnail and you got my title. I put this video up because for the past 9-10 years, and if you look at the videos, go back to any one of those clips, look it up. Like I always say, I'll leave an Easter egg, look it up, and you'll see that a lot of the clippings that I got were 9 years ago. 9 years. Not 3 months, not 9 months, 9 years old. And if not older, of the clips that I showed about Trump, that he stayed the course, even when he was young. 20, 30, maybe, what, 40 years ago. Some of those clips are from like 1980. Okay? And he stayed the course. The Democrats have also stayed the course with their two-face pandering. As you've seen in the earlier parts of the video, I showed that, like, you know, Joy Behar and them, they were getting along, and Stephen Colbert was getting along with Elon Musk, and everybody was laughing and clapping and hollering. Everything was good with Donald Trump and Elon. Even way back when Mayor Koch in New York was mayor. That was back in the 70s, early 80s, if that. And Donald Trump showed him that, you know what, I can do the job, I can do this, I can do that, I'll get it done. And the fucking Democrats loved him. Everybody loved him. The same way everybody loved Elon. And then in the video, I show how things we progress a little fast. Like I said, my first video was cut, 5.5 hours worth of work down the drain. So now I got to condense this. But if I had to make it longer, you'd see the hypocrisy coming from the Democrats that at the beginning favored Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And then when they decided, you know what, we don't like what's going on. We're going to fix this. Because this is not right. We're not picking class. We are picking progress. And the Democrats kept picking class. And then when they lost, as a matter of fact, I wrote down a couple of notes. I'm going to hope the camera's still going. I'm going to read it off real quick. Okay? I'm going to put the camera down because I don't want nobody watching me how I read. But the first one, okay, was Mayor Koch gave Donald Trump praise. Okay, Joy Behar said he's an upstanding American. Look at the video. I played the fucking video. Joy Behar said that Donald Trump was an upstanding American. Okay, what do we got here? Elon Musk was on Steve Colbert, whatever show. That video clip that he seen, that was 9 years ago. 9 years. Okay? Elon helps Puerto Rico. I said that in my other videos, and I've been saying it for the past since Hurricane Maria happened in Puerto Rico. Trying to tell Latinos and everybody, why are you against Donald Trump? This is what he was doing. But the mainstream media when Donald Trump went to Puerto Rico and he was throwing paper towels at the people, that had nothing to do with him trying to degrade the Puerto Rican people in Puerto Rico. It was because if you look at the actual video, it was a big area, but it wasn't a great area, like great big, and it was packed. And people were asking for stuff, and Trump was giving stuff out. One guy in the back came out and said, yo, let me get one. And he grabbed it and he threw it. And then everybody started asking, give me one, throw me one, whatever. And he was like, okay, fine, let's play some football. That was it. The fucking Democrats and the mainstream media fucking blew it out of proportion, made it seem like the Latinos in Puerto Rico were fucking like seals waiting for Donald Trump to fucking throw them a fish. But the Democrats that believed that, and the liberals in Puerto Rico, they actually were the seals getting the fish from the Democrats. Okay? And Elon Musk said that he rebuild the power structure in Puerto Rico. And and I mentioned this months ago, if not maybe a year and a half ago, that the deficit in Puerto Rico was $70 billion and Donald Trump was not going to invest in that. And this came out, the same thing, on the news clip, that Puerto Rico it's a $70 billion fucking deal. Any of you fucking economists in Puerto Rico, America, you know what I'm talking about. There's no way that with Puerto Rico asking for $70 billion, okay, and then it's going to cost $70 billion to fix whatever, that Donald Trump is going to agree to that. He wasn't being a prick. Things had to get done. But even with all that, even with him and Elon back then, okay, Puerto Rico still said no, and here we are years later, and people are still ranking on Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Let's get to the next one. Rachel Maddow. This was the best part. When she came out and said, I'm going to load this again, when she came out and said, and this really pissed me off, and this is why I don't understand why a lot of people don't see where these fucking Democrats are coming from, these liberals. Rachel Maddow says that the protests were organic. This is her in the video. The protests were organic, and that they were not planned ahead. Why would she throw that in the video? If it's supposed to be a live fucking news stream, why would she say that? I'll tell you why she said that. Because it wasn't organic, and it was planned. Because the media was spewing shit about Donald Trump and Elon Musk way ahead. So they were spewing this shit into the plan to make everybody come out and get the ones that I'm sorry to say it, I'm going to say it, weak-minded and that could be influenced easy. And then all of a sudden, everybody in New York, from Mayor Katz in the 70s and 80s to Whoopi Goldberg and The View and Joy Behar, and everybody loved Trump. Fucking Steve Colbert, he had Elon Musk on. Everybody liked him. Everything was good. If you want to come out and say that, you know what, we didn't know any better, we knew that they were bad. Okay, fine, I could accept that. But here's the thing. Here's the fucking kicker. And I hope the video is not taking too long. Can anybody on the left, can anybody tell me the time frame from when Donald Trump was greeted by the Democrats, Elon Musk was greeted by the Democrats? Can you pinpoint the fucking moment when you personally started to dislike those two men? Not because of what the mainstream media told you, not because of what Stephen Colbert told you or the fucking View or whatever. I want to know. Can any of you honestly pinpoint the moment that you, not that you read it in a book or you heard it from a news article, no, that if you took all that information and you how can I say, and you searched for more information, and then you came to the conclusion and said, you know what, wait a minute, this is why I don't like them, or this is why I like them. Can any of you pinpoint that? And I guarantee you 99% of you can honestly say no. This video that I gave you guys, let me tell you something. For me to spend 5.5 hours and have it all deleted, and I'm gonna take my computer to my computer guy to find out, because I kind of feel like something's definitely wrong with my computer. Let's just put it this way: I have a green arrow pointer as for my mouse. That motherfucker was moving on its own the other day. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, I digress. Can any of you honestly say that? Everything's spoon-fed to you and you hate. And the reason why I'm bringing all this up, and like I said, I'm going to say the truth. I'm going to say why I make this video was because yesterday, I was off the computer for like 4 days. I got a message on one of the videos that I put out. And I'm going to minimize all this, okay? I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll go to my YouTube channel, okay? Actually, you know what? Let me go back on this one, because there's something here I want to play you guys also. So bear with me. We'll leave that alone for a second. All right, and
the feeling of
hold on, give me a chance. Here we go, right here. Boom, boom, and I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay. Now I put this video out. This video right here that I put out. Okay. Sorry. Let me go back. Bear with me, people. Come on, I'm having a couple of drinks tonight. It is what it is. Right here. The one with Elon Musk. I'm going to go to details. I'll go on the video. I put this video out. Let me pause it. And I put this out, what's to say? 2 days ago. I'm sorry, my bad. 2 days ago. I got a comment from somebody, a fucking leftist, that came out and said that basically my video was all a lie. The Elon, and I'm going to paraphrase here, the Elon, he started off the Elon was a thief. Okay? He said Elon's a thief. What did he say? A Nazi, a piece of shit asshole. Something along that, but I mean just like whatever. Then at the end he comes out and says, You people are part of a cult. We're gonna take America back by any means necessary. That's the comment that that person left me, guy or girl. So you know what? I did what I thought I needed to do. I reported him. Not because what that person said, because when they came out and said by any means necessary, I said, you know what? Then fuck you. You people are out there destroying people's private property, whether it's a car, the dealership, whatever. You try to get on Trump's ass from the beginning since 2016 and even 2015. You're trying to tell us, especially people in the Latino community, and you keep saying the black, brown, and indigenous, and since I'm Cherokee Indian, I wish people would stop saying that, because last I checked, I don't remember any native nations saying that they side with the Democrat Party. Even though I know a lot of natives do, but for you to put us in that class, no, you're not going to do that to us. Okay? So when that person last night texted me that, I sent it to YouTube, and I told them. I said, this person is over here making threats that, you know what, when he came out and said by any means necessary, when he came out and said we are going to take America back by any means necessary, that tells me he has a fucking crew. And then I go back to saying, you know what, I'm going to make this video. And why? Because it seems that no matter how much you people on the left keep saying that we're causing trouble, tell me the last time, and be honest, okay, because just the way that person was honest with me last night and said what he had to say or she had to say, I expect you guys to leave comments and be honest. When has the last time that any of you seen on the mainstream media actual footage, just real news, that all this chaos was coming from the right? You can't. That's why I decided to make this video. Because out of all the comments I ever got, this channel going on 2 years, all the videos that I ever made, for that person to come out and say we're going to take America back, calling us Nazis, calling me a Nazi, basically calling me a fucking Nazi, saying that I was part of a cult, saying that we're nothing but a cult. It's like, really? I'm a cult? Let me tell you something. And I don't have to share this with nobody. I don't. But I get on my knees every day to pray. I'm not perfect, but I do what I got to do. I pray for Trump and all politicians, not just on the right, all politicians. And I'm, like I said, I'm not perfect. But I am so sick and tired of you fucking lefties out there trying to pin shit on us, and you motherfuckers are out there fucking burning Teslas, going to Trump Tower and fucking, like, basically swarming the whole fucking mezzanine in the front. You push fucking books that are inappropriate on the kids in school, and then you vilify us for not going fucking along with it. It's insane. It's gotten to the point that people in the gay community, women and men alike, are against you, people on the left, because you have gone off the rails. Matter of fact, to all my subscribers and anybody that watches this video, if anybody's been watching about all the Tesla vehicles that are being vandalized, I'm going to give you 2 instances to show you the depth of these peoples. And not all, but damn, give me a break, man. You know? Unless you start coming forward and saying I'm not like that, I'm just going to deem everybody like that. And I shouldn't, because that's wrong. But, hey, I'll figure it out, because I know who's good and who's bad. But anyway, to show you the depth of how wide this fucking chaos is, there was a guy in Portland, Oregon that cut off a lady because she was driving a Tesla. It's on the news, on the highway. He didn't block traffic, but he was on the roadway off the, looked like the side of the mountain. But anyway, gets in front of her, comes out with a fucking ski mask or whatever fucking facial mask and shit, berating her, and she's like, what the hell? And he told her, you know, you're driving the vehicle of a Nazi, or you're supporting a Nazi, whatever. And, you know, this girl's like, wait a minute, I'm from Portland. I bought the car to save money and all, you know, because of, you know, climate change and all that. So I'm listening to her and I'm just like, okay, she's a lefty, but like I've been saying from the beginning, the fucking left, they eat themselves. And they showed it time and time again. They will go after each other. Okay? She said, yeah, I bought the Tesla, you know, to add, you know, to the environment as far as not putting out pollution, whatever. So you could tell, okay, she's like, you know, a regular liberal, whatever. And this guy comes out, so they caught him, whatever. And so I look at that, and I'm like, damn. And this is, you know, like in Portland, Oregon, where they probably pretty much started the whole movement of electric vehicles. I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying, because they're so damn supposedly progressive. Right. Going over to the other side of the country, and I don't know what state it was, I don't know who the person was, but everybody knows that the Tesla vehicles, they have cameras in the front of the mirror, the back of the mirror, on all the on the side mirrors, front and back. So they're recording all this. That's why so many people are getting caught. It's being put on the news, because these people are so damn stupid, they don't understand. You actually think somebody that spends 60, 70, 30, whatever, it doesn't matter how much money you spend on your car. If you want to put cameras, it's going to be there. So they're recording. The most disgusting thing I've seen so far, and I hope it stays at that, and if nobody wants to hear this, then turn off the video, especially to you ladies out there. Some fat fucking dude, okay, in a shirt and shorts and all that, he's walking to the Tesla. Now, I may be wrong. They said this was a Tesla video, but he's basically sticking his hand in his ass and rubbing excrement on the damn car. Who the fuck does that? Can any of you on the left come out and say that you've seen somebody on the right do something so disgusting? And it's insane, people. So that's why I made the video, for that and many reasons. That somebody threatened that they were gonna fucking take us down, and I say, you know what? Let's see what happens. Not that I condone violence. I'm not saying let's see what happens. I don't mean it that way, that we should get into any kind of physical or any kind of confrontation. No. But I'm saying, you know what? Let me see what happens if I put up the video and I can call all my patriots. Since this big leftist wave is going on, where are my patriots? Help me get a million views. Leave the comment. I'll get to you. It may take me a week, but I'll get to you. I promise you that. I'm just saying. And all you people, you know, hollering and moaning about Puerto Rico and stuff and this and that and Latinos and that. Donald Trump fixed the skating ring. That right there, back when he fixed that skating ring, that it was going to cost $6 million, and he brought it down to whatever, and instead of 6 years, oh no, I got that wrong. They were supposed to get it done in 6 years. He got it down to 3 months. Got the job done. They said 6 years. He said, I'll do this bitch in 3 months. And he got her done. And then Elon goes and says, you know what? What we need to do, he's been saying it back then, we need to save money. So you mean to tell me that with Donald Trump and Elon Musk, let's just say 10 years ago and over, and later than 10 years ago, that they've been saying the same thing, and here we are. What are the odds that Trump is president, Elon Musk is working for him? And you guys are mad at these two when they were talking about this shit 10, 20, 30 years ago? And you guys were like this? Joy Behar and everybody was clapping his hands. Stephen Colbert, you had Elon Musk on your show. Everybody was clapping, laughing. Now all of a sudden, they're enemies of the state. They're Nazis. You know, I never promote anything on my channel besides like my t-shirt, and if you guys want to donate money. But I tell you what, if any of you leftists really want to learn something about socialism and communism and Nazism and all that, read Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler. it will scare the living shit out of you. Trust me when I tell you. And don't get the audio. Get the pink book and read Mein Kampf. And then you start asking yourself, damn, maybe the Republicans ain't that bad. We look more like fucking Nazis. Anyway, that's what I got for you. I love you all. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Pass the channel around. Sorry that it's long, but it is what it is. Another thing, I'm drinking. So, again, it is what it is. And two, I have nothing against you people on the left. I really don't. I love everybody. I want everybody to get together and figure this out. Is there a big game being played? Yes. But the one that wants to come out of the game and make things right and put the rules back in place, it's not coming from the left. Let's just put it that way. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, keep praying for the women and the children, pray for your enemies, pray for Donald Trump, and don't forget to pray for all the missing children that they brought across the border. Peace.